Train 262 Heavy, wind calm, runway 31 left, clear for takeoff, caution wake turbulence, previous departure, Heavy 777.
Welcome aboard and welcome to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport. We are here aboard our Delta flagged TriStar, the Lockheed L-1011 TriStar. Some people asked me to do this, and some people were confused about this and the DC-10 that I did earlier out of Denver with the United colors. I wanted to go ahead and do the TriStar. It also sort of fit with the 747 earlier this week, because the L-1011 is the third wide-body ever to enter service after the 747 and then the DC-10. Very nice looking aircraft. I've actually flown in an L-1011, a Delta L-1011 to be exact. Now the DC-10 and the L-1011, the design was launched about the same time. Try to put some flaps out while we're talking here, because I'm going to need them. The design was launched about the same time by American and United. They were looking for something that fit between the 707 and the 747. Douglas and Lockheed both went up against each other. Problems happened for Lockheed. They decided on a single engine. They decided on a Rolls-Royce engine. Well, about the time that this was happening, Rolls-Royce started running into financial problems and development issues. In fact, they went into receivership. And it took the British government taking over Rolls-Royce after the United States government guaranteed financing for the L-1011 to save Rolls-Royce and get the L-1011 into the skies. Now, what's different between the DC-10 and the L-1011? They're both tri-jets, right? Well, if you look here, you might have to go back and look at the DC-10, but the DC-10, the engine is mounted right into the tail. Now here, the engine is actually right down here between the rear wings. There's an S-duct. Literally, it is an S shape that the air flows into and then into the engine and out through underneath the tail, is similar to the 727. Now the S-duct reduces drag because you don't have the big engine hanging off your tail. It improves stability because the engine is now in line with the aircraft instead of hanging up on that rear tail support. And it's easier to replace the engine because you just drop the engine out of the back of the aircraft. It doesn't require special equipment to get up above the tail plane to get the engine out. However, there's a highly complex fluid dynamic flow happening when that air is entering in that engine, that inlet. In fact, the 100, you can tell a 100 from a later model L-1011, the 100 had the round inlet. Then they went to kind of a, with the 200, they went sort of a, kind of a squished inlet. And then by the later L-1011s, they actually had a vein in the middle of the inlet to try to deal with air compressibility and airflow problems. Alright, let's get in our plane really quick. She does look so nice. She's got a nice looking aircraft. Alright, we're in our plane. Let's zoom out. Wait for our graphics to load. There they go. Alright. Look at that. We got plenty of room. This is a three-man crew, a flight engineer, pilot, co-pilot. Old steam gauges. I mean, look at this stuff. I mean, that is classic looking, you know, flying. You're not flying with a heck of a lot. Look, standard temps. Cool. Alright, let's zoom back out. Now, we're going to take to the sky, and I'm going to try to do a simple orbit and come right back into Atlanta. We know how well that worked with Miami, but, you know, whatever. Here we go. Here comes those engines coming up. Now, this one being a L-1011-100 model. Oh, take your parking brakes off, you derp. Being a 100 model, she's powered by 3 Rolls-Royce RB 22 engines producing 42,000 pounds of thrust each. She has a range of 4,891 miles at 598 miles per hour and can carry 256 passengers in a 3-class configuration. There she is, rolling down the runway. Here we go, get to the outside view. Front end braking. And there we go. There we go. Positive rate. Gear up. So gears roll up in there. Get rid of some flap, and we're going to spool her down. Because I don't want to overspeed the airframe, and I also really don't need to go very far. Okay, I'm apparently blind because I can't see my speed. Where is my speed? Way too much. Alright, throttle her back. And roll her around. So we head around to line up for a landing. Now, this aircraft was actually originally designed as a twin-jet wide-body. However, the engines available, the Rolls-Royce and the Pratt & Whitney, though, and General Electric. Now, General Electric was busy working on the C5 Galaxy engines. Pratt & Whitney was busy working on the engines for 747s and aircraft like that. So it was left with Rolls. The engines weren't strong enough as a twin jet to take off on the short fields that that the airlines wanted to take off on. So they put the third engine in to get the performance, the runway performance they were looking for. Now, the L-1011 is an extremely advanced aircraft for its time period. Despite the rudimentary gauging, it had an auto-land system, which was revolutionary. It had an auto-descent control system. And it also had an available lower deck galley and lounge. In fact, some had a embarkation and debarkation point installed into the belly so they could land at places where there were no jetways. And I just need to find where the heck the runway is. That would be a helpful thing to know. We're going to fly this way a little bit. Alright. Now the L-1011 was the first wide-body with a Cat 3C auto-land certificate from the FAA, allowing them to land in basically blind conditions using glide slopes, ILS landings. Something that today we just expect. It's just an expected thing. But it was revolutionary, and this is the first aircraft that had that. Lockheed needed to produce 500 L-1011s to break even. They only produced 250. This was the end of Lockheed's commercial endeavors. These have all been replaced. The last airlines to replace them, Cathay Pacific replaced theirs with A330s, and Delta replaced theirs with 767-400s. Alright, let's check out our shift buttons. 1 gets me that. 2, radio stack. 3, GPS. Oh, good, I'm going in the right sort of direction. 4, autopilot. 5, there's my engine quadrant. And 6 is my overhead panel. Look at all that stuff. 7 is, oh goodness, engineering panel. Kind of weird with the Boeing sign there. Though I believe Boeing is handling maintenance for any L-1011 still in fleeting. And that's the end of it. Alright. A really nice looking aircraft. Let's steer on our airport diagram. Which airport is that? It's not quite high res enough. Huh. That's kind of cool though. Alright, let's zoom back out a little bit. Not too far, because I actually do need to see my controls. Oh goodness. What happened to my, wow. Something happened to my GPS there. Well, we're gonna fly blind. Why not, right? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and drop a little bit of flap. Go ahead and ask for those gears to come down. Where is the runway? Where is the airport? Okay, there's the airport. Okay, Gears are not coming down because we're still going too fast, despite me constantly pushing back on the stick. In fact, I've got the sucker throttled all the way back. Come on. Should be almost low enough in speed. I hope. Okay, where's the runway? The runways are over there. Okay. Let's validate that with our crappy GPS system. Okay. Oh, there's the runways over there. Crap! Alright, we're gonna go for the left runway, maybe? Hey, there's Stone Mountain over there. So, what do we think of this aircraft? Well, it's a heck of a lot better than that 747-100 because it actually has a virtual cockpit, which is a nice plus. Are my gears down yet?
Sync rate.
Yeah,
Don't
I
sink.
realized that. I just realized my
Don't
sync
sink.
rate is a problem.
Don't sink.
Quiet. I'm not syncing anymore. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop a bunch of flap. Drop all the flap. Alright, I want to kind of zero out my vertical speed. Ugh. Screaming at me because I'm going too fast for the flap. You're not slowing down enough for me. I can slow you down though. Brakes! Urge! Oh crap. That's not good. Can I get some landing gear? That would be nice. Look at that. I couldn't do that again if I tried. Okay. Where are my... Alright, there we go. We got a runway in sight. We're sort of in the right positioning. It's screaming at me for reasons of I don't know. Why are you screaming at me, thing? Come on. Well, I need some landing gear. Thank you. That's what I've been waiting for this entire time. Okay, I need a little bit of engine. There we go. Oh, that's the descent control. Okay. Now I know what that noise is.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
No, I can
Don't
sink a
sink.
little bit.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Look at this. We might actually make this landing.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
All right.
Sync rate. Pull up. Don't sink.
Quiet.
Pull up.
Jeez. I can never get these airplanes to do
Up.
exactly what I want.
Don't
We're going to
sink.
crash.
Don't sink.
There's such a fine line on these big wide bodies that I just can't find it. Like, I thought I had flown out far enough and I was going to be able to make an easy approach, but things just started going all south and dead. Anyway, let's see. Are there any other views on this aircraft? Flight engineer. Look into that. Stuff you can click and poke and do. Cool. And oh, you can even sit in the jump seat if you so desire. I don't know why you desire that, but aircraft. Right side. Okay. Anything interesting? That's a nice view. Okay, well, anyway. There's, there we go, control tower view. So this is the L-1011. Links down below in the description as always. Which door just opened? One of them did. Ah, that one there. Nice. So this is the L-1011 TriStar. Much nicer than that 747 we had earlier, on par with that DC-10. It's actually the same designer who did it. So, yep, nice aircraft. I still can't fly it, but it doesn't mean I won't keep on trying. Until next time, this has been Captain DerTebbers, crashing another wide body. Till next time, bye.
Clear for takeoff 31 left, joining in 26.